some of these charts. In numerous categories, we're lower than the world. Let me explain. Well, the test right here, take a look. You can test too much. You do know that. What it says is when you have somebody that has, where there's a case, it will last. No, but you're not reporting it correctly. We have cases, our testing, I believe, this is the testing, yeah. Yep. Check it out, new cases, new cases, new cases. The top one, that's a good thing, not a bad thing. We test more, we have, now take a look. Death is way down from where it was. Take a look at this. These are the tests. It leveled out and it's going down. But you have to look at this. This is, excuse me, where it was is much higher than where it is right now. But you don't know that. That's my report as of yesterday. Wait a minute. You have to go by where, look, here is the United States. You have to go by the cases. What's called science. We have more cases. Don't we get credit for that? We show more.
Never gets old.
They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is. Now it's going down again. And, there are those that say the world is so very, just read the manuals, read the book. This one didn't reach my desk.
Read the book.
It's oh my god, it never is going to get old. And I'm telling you, AI will never top that.
No.
It's never going to top that. There's nothing better than whoever did that mashup is fucking genius.
I know. That is hilarious. Bringing back a classic. Yeah, I believe that had to do with was it COVID? I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was COVID, just hilarious. Welcome back to another episode, guys. We have a great show lined up for you today. We have a lot to talk about. Donald Trump has decided to reinstate the presidential fitness exam. I'm going to show you why this is one of the funniest things ever. Because Donald Trump has a certain theory on exercise that I think everybody forgot about that I'm going to bring back into the light. Donald Trump has made some more promises about lowering drug prices to less than free, but I don't think he realizes that. He's responding to the Sidney Sweeney controversy. Texas Republicans are pissed because all the Democrats are not there. They're like, all right, you want to gerrymander everything? We're just not going to show up. To the point where they've called for their arrest. And I vaguely remember Congress leaving early because they didn't want to vote on releasing the Epstein files. Yep. But Texas now, Republicans are all in an uproar because they won't allow them to just gerrymander the shit out of Texas.
Yep. Let's just say it. Like, we rag on the Democrats a lot, but this is one of the times, and same with like the redistricting that like Newsom and Hochul, both terrible people. But let's be real. I was doing the Trump ad. Let's be real. Okay, they're doing something good here. They're fighting fire with fire, and fire always goes well with fire because fire makes big fire and a bigger fire and a bigger. Soon you get an inferno. So they're doing good. Let's praise it.
I like Marina's one comment. Farts are always funny. I agree with that. They never will not be funny.
I'm never going out of that.
No, I'm 47-year-old child. Apparently, I think they still are funny. Anyway, let's start off with, we have some cringe moments also a cringe moment in this particular case regarding Donald Trump and Caroline Leavitt. He was asked about her, and the response was a bit much. I wonder what Melania thinks about the response to this. Holy shit. It's actually hilarious. We also have some funny videos to show you guys here down the road. Let me go ahead and pull this up first. Let's start with this. Trump's name is in the Epstein files over 100,000 times. Holy!
That's just the number of times he's been redacted.
Right. So MAGA not only is he in it, holy shit is he in it. He is the Epstein files, man. Good God. You have to be seriously, deeply involved with something to be mentioned in it. I don't think I've ever been mentioned anywhere ever 100,000 times. And this guy's mentioned just in these court documents.
I mean, this is
Epstein-related documents.
Like Forrest Gump level relations. Like, he's not just in there popping in and out like once a decade. He's in every, like, 100,000 times he's mentioned the documents. How many pages is the fucking thing? Even if it's 100,000, he's on every single page of the document, and it's not going to be a 100,000 page document, right? So it's going to be, again, I'm doing the Trump hands. I'm not even meaning to, but he's mentioned like multiple times on every single page. He has to be.
No, oh my God! From the list I went over the evidence list because that is something that's publicly available, obviously from Epstein's case. There's terabytes of hard drives, like multiple terabytes of hard drives, and you can put a lot of documents and videos into the amount of stuff because they took hard drives, computers, laptops, video equipment, surveillance equipment. Audio equipment. They literally took all kinds of shit, like literally yearbooks, picture books. I mean, the amount of evidence is so much. Oh, that's what we also want to talk about tonight too, is the fact that I'm almost 100% positive now they're gonna pardon Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, I think
or put her on house arrest or something in exchange for some information that I'm sure will not have Donald Trump's name in it at all. Because they have already transferred her from maximum security prison to minimum security prison, and the reason they're giving is actually laughable. Their new excuse for transporting her to a minimum security prison was because, let me find it here, death threats, significant safety and danger concerns is what they're saying.
There's no problems with deaths of pedophiles in jail. That never happens.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's now considered a snitch by other inmates, and she has very real credible threats to her life. I don't think people realize how they treat pedophiles and traffickers of children in prison. They are probably seen as like the lowest form of inmate. You know what I'm saying? So I am pretty sure her being a snitch is the least of her concerns. But they've transferred her to a minimum security prison now in Texas, where apparently they even offer yoga classes, and she can go out in and out of the building anytime she wants, I believe, during a certain part of the day. It's like pretty much all day long. They can just come and go as they please. It's insane. Yeah, so they're pretty much negotiating at this point with her. I also like to point out, and this is not conspiracy theory whatsoever, that Ghislaine Maxwell and her father both have deep connections to Israel. I mean, deep. We all think, actually, I know at this point that Jeffrey Epstein had connections to Israel, according to his little black book that I've been looking over. Because we have, in that Bloomberg article, I may as well bring this up now. Was it Bloomberg? Bloomberg journalists. So they showed a copy of the redacted client list. This is not a client list, it's a contact list. Let me say that right. This is a contact list, and they showed this page. So I compared this to what I have, which is the unredacted version that I was able to get my hands on through some diligent internet searches, and it looks identical. If it is the same thing, if of course, if it is the same thing, there are also lots of contacts for people in Israel, to include the former Israeli prime minister. I can't pronounce his name right, but who is on record at being on Jeffrey Epstein's planes and in contact with him at least 30 times over a period of 4 years. So to say that Israel most likely has a lot of this information, Russia just recently said that, do you think Israel's the only one that has videos on Trump? They're actually now even threatening to release videotapes of Donald Trump. So this is getting out of hand.
That'd be amazing.
This is definitely getting out of hand. So I'm not going to show the unredacted version because I don't want to get in trouble for doxing anybody, even though all these people are probably disgustingly horrible people. So, so what do you think about this? The fact that no wonder the FBI was working so hard to read 100,000 times. Yeah. There's a lot of redacting to do.
Yeah, they've been busy, right? And they're short-staffed too, so they're like getting no sleep. It's like, remember that thing where Jerry and Kramer switch places, and he comes in like, "I'm on no sleep, no sleep." Like that's what every FBI agent has been saying during that.
Right.
But going back to Maxwell, it's funny she's getting into the minimum security prison, which actually makes it easier for her to get Epstein. So it's like, girl, you think you're safe from the inmates, not from the guards. True. And
good point.
She's just a terrible human being. We've seen so many of the victims come forward to speak up more and more about this, and good for them, because that's the thing that we keep losing sight of in this, is that these victims, these women, are being re-traumatized because Ghislaine Maxwell not only groomed them, she participated in their molestation and rape. So it's happening to them all over again, and all because some fat orange dictator doesn't want to lose his base, right?
Right.
And
I'm convinced
again with the files. To think, like, if I did this on my stream last week, if there were Democrats in those files, that shit would be getting leaked every single day. But look at what they have to do instead. They have to start a war with Iran. They have to talk about Sidney fucking Sweeney. They have to talk about anything to take the topic off of these files. I'm not saying that there aren't Democrats, and if there are, we should know and we should fight them.
Yeah, we would like to know that
fight
too.
them. But if there was even a single Democrat, this shit would be getting leaked like a fucking faucet.
We would have seen that already, yeah. But Donald Trump, this is why it hasn't, though, because his name is on so much of it. There's no way they could release probably any of it without exposing Trump in some way. So, yeah, the fact that it's just... But also, she was denied bail, I believe, under her original trial because she's just a flight risk.
Yeah. Well,
so if she does get out, she'll disappear, dude. She'll disappear. One way or another, she's going to get out and we'll never see her again. One way or another. Yeah. But yeah, you're right, though. She, it's a lot easier to get to her in a minimum security prison, I would think.
Yep.
So, yeah, she should, at one point, she said she was afraid for her life, but now seems like she's got all the goods because they're desperate to please her. They're desperate to please her and keep her mouth shut.
And I think she might actually survive because the way it's being played right now with her, like, she's basically signaling to the public, to the pedophile ring out there with Trump and all his accomplices. She's saying, I will keep my mouth shut. Get me the fuck out. And that's what every single one of these pedophiles in the Republican cabal want. They want her to keep silent. And if it takes a few bribes, minimum security wing transfer, a pardon, instead of paying someone to offer, that's going to be a lot less complicated, a lot less conspiratorial. She just pops up like, oh, now she's dead. Like, okay, figured it out. I got it.
Yep, true.
I know why.
All right, so we'll go back into the Epstein thing because there's some more cringe moments that we do need to discuss regarding that. But speaking of cringe, let's talk about Donald Trump and Caroline Leavitt. So we all know Caroline Leavitt has an affinity for older men. See her husband, in case you were wondering, who's quite her senior. A lot of people are saying, and this is of course just the gossip around town, that there may be something else going on there, and this clip does not help the situation. When asked by a reporter, I don't even know who it was, asked about Caroline Leavitt, the response is so gross. Just watch this.
To answer this, I didn't realize she'd be in the room, but she's on my list. Caroline Leavitt.
She's become a star. It's that face, it's that brain, it's those lips, the way they move like she's a machine gun.
What the fuck?
Is she in the room?
She's a
star, and she's great. She's a great person.
Those lips.
I don't think anybody has ever had a better press secretary than Caroline. She's been amazing.
Mr. President.
Yeah, I thought for sure it's her lips that move. It's her booty. It looks so good every single time I walk up to the podium. I thought he was going to say that.
They move like a machine gun, though. I don't know what that means. Her lips. She doesn't have any lips. Like, she's as close to chicken lips. She has less lips than I do.
Lips.
You know what I'm saying? Oh man, but that is just
She's always
so
talking
awkward.
like this.
But she is everywhere with him, though.
She does
anybody?
Actually. I'm just looking at it. She does kind of talk like this. She has kind of a, you in the press, she has a thing kind of like, she's like a snake about to just like strike at you. Like, that's what she's like. Like, you in the press, I can't believe you're asking about the Epstein files again.
There's a left-wing creator, and I'm going to forget her name now, of course. She does daily news briefings as Caroline Leavitt, and she intentionally does makeup to make her upper lip look like it's not even there.
That's amazing.
So good. But yeah, this Caroline Leavitt is our press secretary is normally that close to the president because she's been seen in situations you wouldn't think would need a press secretary. But yeah, there you go. Donald Trump likes her lips. They move like machine guns.
Her lips, huh?
Whatever that means. So, all right, moving on. Donald Trump has, this is some good news. Donald Trump is actually helping the American people by lowering drug prices. Before, I showed a video where he claimed 600%, which we went over before, is less than free.
Yeah, we'd be getting they'd be paying us to take drugs at that point.
This is just to show you how much of an idiot this guy is. He doesn't understand even basic math. But now he's claiming that he's going to lower drug prices by upwards of 1,500%, guys. So get ready for those prescription rebates. Are we supposed to get checks back? Is that how this works? Like, I don't understand how this works.
Hill, heading into midterms, what do they need to do? What can they do to, hold?
Well, one of the things they're going to be talking about pretty soon are the tremendous drop in drug prices. We've cut drug prices by 1,200, 1,300, 1,400, 1,500%. I mean 50%. I mean 14, 1,500%. Because we're going...
Not 50. 1,500%.
The stupid is truly like brain breaking if you try to take it serious.
It is. Like, this is the leader of our country. Like, we are truly being led by morons, complete idiots. And then we got people like, we're going to talk about them tomorrow, but RFK Jr. Like, these people are terrifying.
Yeah, 1,500% is a refund, like more than just a refund. Like, could you imagine just walking into the pharmacy? It's like, you want drugs? You're going to get paid to do drugs. Are you ready to do drugs?
I know, right?
You're going to do the drugs and you're going to get paid for it.
Not only are you going to get your Vicodin, but you're going to get money with your Vicodin. It's like, oh, shit. I love this idea. What? Yeah, this is the greatest idea ever. Free drugs and more money on top of that. Well, who would have thought? Trump has come through for us all, everybody. We're saved.
Instead of like selling bootleg drugs, it's like, hey, you need some drugs. It's gonna be like, hey, I got money.
I know, right? All right, so you don't know about the Sydney Sweeney controversy, so
no, I missed this.
Yeah, this is so good. So a lot of you guys know out there that Sydney Sweeney recently made an ad for American Eagle where she's talking about how she has good genes. And it's a play on words. She's doing an ad for jeans, like denim jeans, but of course she's talking about genes as in eugenics, okay? American Eagle's got a lot of backlash over this. Sydney Sweeney's online crying about their backlash over it, which we don't give a shit. You're an idiot if you didn't know. But apparently she's a registered Republican, too, which makes me hate her even more. Donald Trump did not know that. But being the pervert that he is, as soon as he finds out she's a registered Republican, he thinks the ad is hot. But you got to watch the ad because it's so unironically funny. Because she's like, I have the best genes. Like, the way she's talking, it's just so over the top. So you definitely got to watch the ad, James. It's hilarious. But here is him responding when asked about Sydney Sweeney. As soon as he finds out she's a Republican, he lights right up. And then he's so happy about it, he actually posts on Truth Social about it, which I'll show you guys here in a second, too.
Actress Sydney Sweeney, it came out this weekend that she was a registered Republican. Any thoughts on that?
That who was?
Sydney Sweeney. She's like a very hot actress right now.
She's a registered Republican?
Hot actress.
Oh, now I love her ad. Is that right? Is Sydney Sweeney?
I thought he was going to say ass.
I know. I thought he was going to say ass too.
That's what I wouldn't have known.
Oh, now I love her ass.
Tell me that.
Yeah.
If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic. Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. President.
I mean, but seriously, that's what we're asking the president about, Sydney Sweeney. Who gives a shit what Donald Trump thinks of Sydney Sweeney?
You know that was from like Free Beacon or fucking Breitbart or whatever.
Oh, I'm sure somebody. But anyway, here is his response, because he's super excited that a hot girl is a registered Republican, which means instantly that she must love Donald Trump. So here he goes. Sydney Sweeney, a registered Republican, has the hottest ad out there. Why is hottest in quotation marks? I never understand this guy's post. It's for American Eagle. And the jeans are flying off the shelves, also in quotation marks. Go get them, Sydney. On the other side of the ledger, Jaguar did... Okay, here's where it goes off the rails. Jaguar did a stupid and seriously woke advertisement that is a total disaster. The CEO just resigned in disgrace, and the company is in absolute turmoil. Who wants to buy a Jaguar after looking at that disgraceful ad? Now, I've not seen the Jaguar ad. Has anybody seen the Jaguar ad? Like,
it's probably something he made up.
I mean, Jaguars are not exactly marketed to a lot of people.
So, liberal.
Shouldn't they have learned the lesson from Bud Light, which went woke and essentially destroyed in a short campaign the company? The market cap, blah, blah, blah. Also, then he goes in to talk about Taylor Swift. Of course. What? This guy's brain is mush.
He's cooked. I mean, there's no way. Like, this reads like if you were to make, like, substitute different, time, like an 1800 snake oil salesman.
Yeah.
Change the like, not Sydney Sweeney, but, someone famous from then, and then, like, not Jaguar, but, Wagon Wheels or whatever. If someone talked like that, you wouldn't buy shit from them.
Right? No.
Because they sound fucking insane. And that is not how you would do any kind of sales. It's just ridiculous.
No. Yeah, apparently True Social isn't working at the moment. It's pretty. That's on brand.
Wow,
for
shocker.
It's on brand. Totally on brand.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on from the Sydney Sweeney thing, Republicans in Texas are not happy. I had to look up what was going on, but I guess bravo on the Democrats for they just left the state. Apparently,
yeah, good for them.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Texas Republicans have voted to track down and arrest dozens of Democratic legislators who have fled the state to block passage of the partisan redistricting plan. The vote passed by 85-6, following Governor Greg Abbott's threat of bribery charges against the absent Democrats. How? I'm confused on that one.
I think they're saying so. J.B. Pritzker in Illinois is covering the lodging, so I guess they're trying to. It's never going to fly in court. But also, he's getting the state troopers. They're not going to have jurisdiction. The state troopers' jurisdiction is Texas, and that's it.
Yeah.
So it's just a fucking farce. It's just more fascist authoritarianism. And there was a great tweet I saw about this where Abbott had made a tweet during the Biden times.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was about when Jack Smith was indicting Trump, and he was saying, God, it's such a shame when fascists are used weaponized justice to go after citizens. And it's like, that's exactly what he's doing now. It's the absolute shameless hypocrisy of these fascists.
Yeah, now he's going after Jack Smith, too, apparently. They're opening an investigation into him. Good luck with that. So, all right, so at least, in case anybody wonders what the big deal is, why the Democrats left, at least, I didn't know this, at least 2/3 of the 150-member legislative body must be present to proceed with the vote. So they actually cannot vote and pass it as law without at least 2/3 of the lawmakers there. So,
and this has been done throughout history, too. This is not the first time something like this has happened.
Right. So, yeah. Let's look at the video, though, of them voting to arrest Texas Democrats. This is crazy.
Being 85 ayes in 6 days, the motion prevails. The Sergeant-at-Arms and any officers appointed by her are directed to send for all absentees whose attendance is not excused for the purposes of securing and maintaining their attendance, under warrant of arrest if necessary, until further order of the House.
It's the Sergeant-at-Arms who, again, does not have jurisdiction to lead the state.
Right.
So they're basically going to sit on their ass and be like, okay, let me know when they come through the door.
I don't know what are they going to do, send bounty hunters after them?
I'm going to play Wordle, you know.
I know, right? That's funny. So, but kudos for the lawmakers for doing what they could, I guess. I didn't even know that was something that you could do.
Yep. And again, we need to give praise to this, especially J.B. Pritzker, who I somehow did not know until recently is actually a billionaire.
Yeah, he is.
Good for him for actually using his money for stuff that is helpful to democracy. So this is time to praise him.
One of the few decent, I don't know anything about the guy, but at least he seems to give a shit about democracy, which most of these billionaires do not seem to care about it. All they care about is lining their own pockets.
Yep.
Which I'm not, he's a billionaire. What am I saying? But, maybe there are some good ones out there. I don't know. I used to think Mark Cuban was a good one until he's been MIA since the election. He was very vocal beforehand, but now since he's like dead silent. Thanks, Mark.
He's just a mouthpiece. He's never done anything with his fucking money or his power. He just runs his fucking mouth, and that's it. He never backs it up.
No,
he's a fucking cocker spaniel. That's what he is.
Yeah, all billionaires could solve all of the United States problems, almost all of them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Homelessness, hunger,
and
drug
still
addiction,
be billionaires.
Everything.
They could still
be billionaires. Some of these people could lose 99% of their value and still be billionaires.
That's insane.
Like, imagine if you lost 99% of what's in your bank account right now. Could you survive? Could you still travel the world and buy anything you? Right? I mean, you can't spend that kind of money. That's why I don't understand being a billionaire to begin with. You have enough money. What are you going to do with more of it? You can't spend it. You can't possibly buy enough stuff. You can't buy enough companies. You can't buy enough trinkets. You can't buy enough cars or houses or vacation spots or islands.
And it's ironic. I have friends and family that are big advocates for the tech industry. Mm-hmm. And I was just reading about, it was mentioning Peter Thiel, of course, because he's evil, Mark Zuckerberg, because he's also evil, and then Sam Altman, the three horsemen of the dumb apocalypse. Yeah. So all of these people are all about, setting up the future, right? They want their tech, dystopia, but they claim it's a utopia. All three of them have underground fucking bunkers planning for the end of the world. Yeah. Really? That's the kind of tech bros that we're cheering on? The ones that are going to plan that the world is ending so much that they actually build a fucking bunker? These people are not your friends. Stop praising them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so moving on, we want to talk about Donald Trump this is the funny one. The irony of this is hilarious, and I'm going to show you why. Donald Trump has signed that he's reinstituting whatever the presidential fitness exam, which those of you don't remember, or those of you never had the pleasure of participating, which I have, it is one of the dumbest tests ever. And I don't understand. They want to make the future healthier by forcing kids to exercise once a year at the exam. What is the point of all this? I don't understand. But anyway, the irony of this fat slob who eats nothing but McDonald's signing this is just hilarious to me. So first, let me show you the video of him signing it and being all proud of it. And then the guy he wants to run it is also a registered sex offender. Again, just on brand for the entire. Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor is the guy he wants to put in charge of the kids' health and fitness and shit. So yeah, here's the video of this first.
Okay, let's sign this. Linda, come on. We'll sign this for Linda. Yeah, she's doing pretty well, right?
He's in his little kid chair.
That's amazing. Good job.
What's wrong with his hair? The fuck? You see that in the back of his head?
Yeah, it's his comb over.
Oh yeah, he's got a big bald spot.
That's classic.
Okay, so we got it. I think we're good.
All right, now there's a reason why I'm going to show you guys why this is just hilarious to me. And this took me back to a story from a few years ago. Donald Trump thinks exercise will kill you.
Your body's a battery, right? You're going to use it up eventually.
Yes. The guy who thinks your body is a battery and that you literally have only so many heartbeats in your lifetime, that is why Donald Trump doesn't exercise. That is why he does never exercise, why you'll never see him running or riding a bike. The only physical exercise you're going to see his fat ass doing is walking from the golf cart to the ball and back to the golf cart, is because he literally thinks that the human body is a battery, and once it's expired, it's expired. So
he's not even going to get out of the cart at some point. Like, they're just going to have his caddy drop it.
He's just going to hit it like his polo.
Whack it, drive a little further, whack it again. What he's going to be doing?
That is hilarious.
He's going to be jousting via golf cart, basically.
I know. I just thought this story was absolutely hysterical, though, because that's why this makes me laugh. And the irony is just hilarious to me. And, of course, they are telling us the guy that's never exercised, now they're saying he's sick, which we can, again, see in the pictures. But 4 months, not even, 4 months ago, back in April, they were telling us that he had the health of a collegiate athlete.
Yeah, fucking
that he was, 240 pounds, perfect blood work, perfect blood pressure, perfect cholesterol, and aced his cognitive exam.
The amount of brain rot and sycophancy you have to actually believe that's true, at some point, Darwin needs to take effect. Like, it just has to, you know? Please go to Yellowstone and try to take a picture with a bison. Just do it. Just pet it. You'll be fine, I promise.
That's okay. All right, but then he decides that he's going to involve Lawrence Taylor, who is a registered sex offender.
Can't believe this.
To work with children. And Lawrence Taylor, he brings him to the White House. Lawrence Taylor's dumbass gets up there and is like, I don't even know why I'm here. I'm like, obviously. None of us know why you're there either, buddy.
And it just exposes the whole bullshit around bathroom bans and trans people are groomers and all this other crap, because Trump is in the Epstein files 100,000 times and he wants to have an actual pedophile run the children's exercise program. Jesus Christ. Who are you going to bring back next? Jared from Subway?
Right. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah. Okay,
Jared is in charge of lunch today. Nobody go in the kitchen with him.
Okay, so it's not allegedly. I'm reading here that I didn't know the full story behind this, but he is a registered offender who pled guilty to sexual misconduct and conduct involving a trafficked 16-year-old girl. So this is beyond on brand for the Trump administration. Bringing somebody who...
That's why I'm fucking Jesus Christ.
And, you know,
we need the Hague. We need the fucking Hague when all this is said and done. And I'm not going to put up with any fucking Democrat pansies that won't have a goddamn Nuremberg trial. This is insane.
I know. Fucking and then YouTube gets mad at us for cursing and freaking using the pedophile word. But this is, you know what I mean?
Matt Gaetz is going to tuck them in with bedtime stories. Jesus.
I know, but that's what we're actually dealing with. They get upset with us for calling them Nazis too. But I mean, again, that's what we're dealing with.
Nazis,
so.
Yeah. You don't want Nazis.
What else do you want to call them, right? That's what they are. We're just calling them what they are. So yeah, sexual misconduct involving a trafficked 16-year-old girl. But this is what the other pedophile. It's like a bad joke. One pedophile
say to the other pedophile.
Right. Here,
two pedophiles walk into a bar and they never left because they were dead.
You want to say a few words? Come on up. Come on. He's a little shy. But
is that triple fucking H?
Oh, yeah. It gets worse.
I'm just proud to be on this on this team. I don't know why. I don't know what we're supposed to be doing, but I'm here to serve, and I'm here to serve you. Okay, so I'm going to do the best I can for as long as I can. Thank you very much.
Nobody like him.
And look at all those people
young
that are okay with that guy in the room.
There
like
was
they're yucking it
that
up. Triple H is smiling behind him. RFK
that?
Jr. is standing there with his brainworm eating his way through his ear.
It's also the one kicker from the Chiefs with the really white teeth. What's his name? He was the one that was like giving speeches on, like he wants like the whole trad wife generation, traditional wives. He thinks women should be in the house making babies and cleaning and
the
cooking.
Steven
and
Crowder appeal. Yeah,
right. But it's funny you mentioned Triple H because I do actually have a video where I think there's a moment Triple H realizes what kind of guy Trump really is, because he's standing right next to him. Now, Trump is asked about Epstein in front of all these guys, one of which has diddled other girls, little girls, underage girls. Yeah. So we know at least one of these people here is also a participant of this. But just watch Triple H's face. There's a moment where I think he realizes he wants to body slam Donald Trump. I'm just throwing it out there, but just watch his face.
But also, the family of Virginia Giuffre released a statement overnight in response to some of the comments that you made this week. You said that Jeffrey Epstein stole people from Mar-a-Lago. At the time, did you know why he was taking those young women, including Virginia?
No, I didn't know. I mean, I would figure it was ABC fake news that would ask that question, one of the worst. But no, I don't know really why. But I said if he's taking anybody from Mar-a-Lago, he's hiring or whatever he's doing. I didn't like it, and we threw him out. We said we don't want him, at the place. This is a story that's been known for many years, as you know.
Imagine being a guy and you're standing there listening to another man defend being friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah. Right. Wow. And let's talk about this Virginia dude. Like, the reason that Trump is claiming he broke off the relationship with Epstein, which Donald Trump is not putting two and two together here, is because Epstein poached one of his underage girls that was working in his spa as a towel girl. I don't know what that is. But my question is, and Donald Trump is obviously not grasping this concept, as most people are asking, why do you have an underage girl working at the spa, first of all? And two, Donald Trump has hundreds of employees at Mar-a-Lago. And you mean to tell me he knew who this one teenage girl was, and that she worked in the spa? You mean to tell me that's not some bullshit to you? You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump has thousands of employees. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't know any of them. And you mean to tell me that he knew who one girl that worked in his spa, and he was mad about Jeffrey Epstein taking this young, not that he was using her to traffic her for sex, just that he took her away from his business. I don't know, maybe Epstein.
Why was one pedophile angry at the other pedophile? Because he tried to take his child.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you had, so you just admitted that you had underage girls working at your spa at Mar-a-Lago. It's not a good look, first of all. And just admitting that, because he actually admits, Virginia Giuffre, her, yeah, they took her. Oh, I think actually I have the audio for that. Since we're talking about it, I may as well play that.
Mr. President, Epstein has a certain reputation, obviously. I'm just curious, were some of the workers that were taken from you, were some of them young women?
Were some of them young women? Well, I don't want to say, but everyone knows the people that were taken. And it was the concept of taking people that work for me is bad. But that story's been pretty well out there. And the answer is yes, they were.
Yes, they were young women?
Oh, so that's not fake news. Gotcha.
Yeah, people that work in the spa. I have a great spa, one of the best spas in the world at Mar-a-Lago. And people were taken out of the spa, hired by him. In other words, gone. And other people would come and complain, this guy is taking people from the spa. I didn't know that. And then when I heard about it, I told him, I said, listen, We don't want you taking our people, whether it was spa or not spa. I don't want him taking people. And he was fine, and then not too long after that, he did it again, and I said, out of here.
Mr. President, did one of those stolen, persons, does that include Virginia Jeffrey?
I don't know. I think she worked at the spa. I think so. I think that was one of the people, yeah. He stole her.
He stole her.
Yeah, they said Walker Butler. Hold on, I gotta check the chat again. Harris Butker is the kicker from. Yeah, and also the thing is, Trump's trying to say that he's been trying to say for a while that he dropped Epstein as a friend in like 2001, 2002. That's horseshit because he was on the logs as a member at Mar-a-Lago up until 2007. So he's lying even about that because he and Epstein were absolutely still diddling kids the whole fucking time. He only left Epstein when it was no longer tenable and when Epstein was willing to, burn that bridge back. And that's why Trump killed him.
I heard the original reason they broke off as friends is they were competing against, they got mad about a property they were both wanting to buy. That's what I heard. That's the story that I originally heard. It all surrounded this high-end property. Both of them wanted it. One got it, and the other got mad about it and was like, I don't want to be your friend anymore.
Like the
also, the stories used to be that Epstein broke I want to say that's from Michael Wolff, but Epstein broke off the relationship with Trump because of how disgusting of a human being Trump was, which is saying a lot.
Yeah, Epstein claimed that he realized that Trump was a crook. And a criminal, and it's like, well, yeah, Jeffrey, have you seen a mirror, my friend? So again, what did one pedophile hate about the other pedophile? So and there's but it's also they're both liars, so it's hard to know what the truth was.
Yeah, and then of course, Jeffrey Epstein was involved in the Melania and Trump meeting.
That's right, he was
in a roundabout way through this weird modeling agency that was known for importing young Eastern European women for rich men in the United States, which we can get into on another episode. They met at some place called the Kit Kat Club. I swear that Melania,
the Kit Kat
I'm not
Club,
gonna say anything because she's out there suing people for saying shit. But there was an article recently that said, what the hell did the article say? I'm gonna forget now. But I swear that she had to have known. You know what I mean? They all ran in the same circles. There's pictures of Melania with
Epstein and
with Epstein and what's her face?
Maxwell.
Maxwell. I already forgot her name.
Yep.
So I wouldn't be surprised if her name's in this somewhere too. Yep. You know what I mean? So it's not just Trump. Plus there's, again, like you said at the beginning of the show, if there was all a bunch of Democrats in here, it would have been blown up already.
Yep.
They would. But the fact that they had to redact his name 100, there's no way they can release it.
Would have been leaking like a catheter.
It's just going to be all Sharpie. The entire Epstein file, they're going to release it. It's just going to be all redacted, 100% redacted, except for maybe like a date and page numbers. Everything else is just going to be blacked out Sharpies. So, all right. Moving on to Epstein's brother is calling Trump a liar. He's been outspoken as of late. He also is one of the people that thinks that his brother was killed and did not kill himself. And we played the video of that before, the audio of that. But Stephen Chung came out, and that's Donald Trump's one of Donald Trump's spokesperson. I forget this guy's name. He looks like what's the Bond villain that used to throw the hat? I forget.
It's like boldface or something. Hold on. I gotta look this up now. This is gonna kill me. I can't believe I don't know this one.
Or am I thinking of the guy? I might be thinking of the guy.
Odd Job.
Odd Job. Yeah, he looks like Odd Job. Came out and was like, Donald Trump's never been to Epstein's office. Like, now they're saying he's never been to Epstein's office either. And his brother's like, yeah, of course he's been to my brother's office.
I was going to say, that means, if they deny it, that means he's done it.
Right. So here it is.
Made me think of this, something that the White House told us yesterday. We talked to a woman who accused your brother of sexual assault, and she also talked about an encounter with Trump at your brother's office. This was in 1995. She found it disturbing. She said she told the FBI twice to look into people around your brother, including Trump. But she talked about this incident that she said happened in his office. And the White House, their response to us, Mark, they were categorical. They said, quote, the president was never in Epstein's office. Is that true?
That's just another blatant lie, because he was there. The people that worked for Jeffrey in his office, you can find them. They can testify that they saw Trump in Jeffrey's office on numerous occasions. So for him to say he wasn't there, all I can say is that's just another lie.
I also like to point out that Donald Trump has never sued anybody over any of the allegations surrounding Epstein.
Yep.
Ever. He's been involved in thousands of lawsuits in his professional career, but
never won a single one.
Right. So all the people out there talking all this shit about Epstein and Donald Trump, none of them have been sued, because that means that they would be able to then subpoena all of this information during a period called discovery. And they don't want that to happen, because that would obviously incriminate Donald Trump quite a bit. I'm waiting to see what happens with this, but there's no ending of this is good for Donald Trump. Whether he pardons her or releases an entirely redacted version of the Epstein files. But he's on, is it on True Social? Let me see if I can find it. They're posting that actually might have been on the White House's web, or the most transparent administration in American history.
I think I just eye rolled so hard I made myself cross-eyed.
I know.
I honestly
keep saying they are the most transparent administration in American history, while having secret meetings with a convicted sex trafficker. And it's not like the FBI was present and this was recorded for it. Like, this wasn't like a testimony. This was a negotiation. This was Ghislaine Maxwell saying, this is what you're going to do, or...
Yep, it was extortion.
I take them down with me. I mean, she's already in jail for the next 20 years. She has nothing to lose. She's already afraid for her life. At that point, I would just say, fuck it. Let's just talk. Let me talk to the press. Let me just release everything I have. And I'm pretty sure at this point, if she's smart, she has some kind of insurance policy that if she were to mysteriously die, that this information still gets released. You know what I'm saying? I would not put it past her at all.
That's the thing about Epstein's death that always struck me as weird, is like, how did he not have a little blackmail book? Because, you read about this in like spy novels all the time, and, you get a source of some kind inside a company developing a new nuclear bomb or whatever. And, in the books, and it is something that people do, and they have, some compromat stored away with some lawyer that they can then release out in the public. Jeffrey, you were a horrible person, and you couldn't even do that, which is also something awful people do. Like,
I know.
You were awful at being awful.
I think
that's how bad of a criminal you were.
Yeah, and I think this is bigger than Epstein, way bigger than Epstein. And I still, again, I just can't get this sneaky feeling that Israel has very compromising information. According to Russia, they do. And Russia's claiming that they also have incriminating evidence against Trump.
Yeah.
We have never been so compromised as a country, ever. Whether it's Israel or Russia. Honestly, I feel like Israel's the bigger threat. I'm still so confused on how Israel, the short amount of time they've been a country, recognized as a country, they've been able to just completely infest the United States with the politics. You know what I'm saying? Like the money and the corruption. They've got all these people in their pockets. Allegedly, Jeffrey Epstein, may or may not have been working for Israel, if the black book that I have is to be believed and is real, which more and more looking like it actually is. then Jeffrey Epstein, had the former prime minister of Israel's contact information in there. Not the client list, but the contact list.
Yeah, Naftali Bennett, right?
Yeah, now Arad, I can't remember.
Is it Omer or something? Ehud Omer, something like that?
Ehud, yeah, something like that. Yeah, I can't remember. But there's also a lot of phone numbers for just Israel, people in Israel. Yeah. And it is confirmed that Ghislaine Maxwell has connections to Israel. Her father, especially, had connections to Mossad, which is Israeli intelligence. That is not a conspiracy. That is something that is actually true. So, but I just don't get it. I don't understand how Israel's been able to get their tentacles into the United States government so deep in the short amount of time. I mean, it's honestly impressive. It's honestly impressive. Russia's done the same thing. All through, they've done it directly through Donald Trump more so than anything, and through like right-wing media and right-wing influencers, whereas Israel has done it by basically bribing all of our politicians. Go look at APAT Tracker. Look at your 100%. Home state and find out exactly how much your state reps have taken from APAC, lobbying money from Israel. It's crazy, but it would make sense that that's why our country is so willing to do whatever they want. I mean, one, they're in their pocket, but then if they do have blackmail evidence on Donald Trump, I mean, there's nothing you won't do for them. There's nothing you won't do for them. Because he's not religious. He doesn't give a shit about any of this stuff. Donald Trump doesn't give a shit about any of this religious nonsense. You know what I mean? He's not down for Israel's cause. He doesn't care about that either. They're just like, hey, we got pictures and videos of you, dog. You might want to do what we say.
He cares only about himself.
Yeah. So, but here, just so you guys know that we're not bullshitting, this is another clip of what's going on in Gaza. I've showed you videos of people just fighting to get food, which is insane. And just, I don't want to bring the mood down here, but this is...
too late. Might as well do it. Let's
before and after of kind of... This is from Sky News showing what's left of parts of Gaza. Future location of Trump Plaza. That's what it used to look like, and now that's what it looks like. And Israel claims to be fighting Hamas.
We were even told
Hamas
filming
everywhere
shots of Gaza from the air could result in these aid flights being cancelled.
Anything left standing is damaged. It's just fields and fields of grey ash. Just devastation.
The thing is that if they could do the airdrops, they can absolutely do it by land, and they should. But they're only doing airdrops because it's just performative theater. Right. They can get the clearance. They just need to actually grow a fucking pair and do it. Tell them either we send this in or no more bombs for you. No more bombs for you.
No.
Bad Israel.
I think we need to stop funding Israel at this point completely.
Let's put that money towards us.
Yeah, I mean, we could be using those quite literally billions of dollars a year flow into Israel out of our taxpayer money. Mm-hmm. That's not even an exaggeration. And a lot of it goes right back into politicians' pockets, which is crazier.
Yeah.
And again, they have better life over there than we have over here. When they're not, when their government's not putting their lives in danger by,
starting
attacking
wars.
Other countries. Yeah. But I'm tired of hearing this, they're fighting against Hamas. Like, where? I haven't seen a video since the beginning, back at the beginning of all this, of any fighting, any battles. All I see is schools and churches or
people trying to get bread, getting shot.
Right, people getting shot at designated food delivery centers. Like, they tell these people to go, like 2 million people, and there's four places they can get food aid. That's it.
And you know the thing that I was
and then they get shot for going there.
Yeah, and the thing that I was reading a couple weeks ago that just is, I think, shows the depravity even further is these pregnant women were in a tent and they used a quadcopter to fly it in to the tent and shot the pregnant women.
That's crazy.
The Hague and the Nuremberg trials are actually too good for these people, but we have to have there has to be blood for what they've done.
I agree.
There's no possible way there could be justice in this world if these people are not put on trial and hanged by the neck until they're dead.
But Netanyahu is going to... The results of this for the Jewish community are going to be possibly insurmountable, because
a lot of Jews are saying that. They're saying they feel less safe because of it.
I mean, you know what I'm saying though, like Netanyahu, because they don't represent the Jews,
the Jewish people, no.
Right?
They're
Judaism as a whole. They're Zionists.
They're not even a theocracy.
Extremists. Right.
Yeah, they're not even a theocracy. That's the thing.
It's like it's like how MAGA Christians praise white Jesus. You know what I mean? Religious nut jobs. That's what they are. That's what they are. They want to bring about the end times because they feel like they're the chosen people or some crazy shit. But they're putting the entire Jewish community around the world in danger.
Yep.
Because they're now, through this Esther project, they want to monitor anti-Semitism in the United States. As a matter of fact, TikTok actually appointed an ex-IDF soldier to monitor and be in charge of monitoring anti-Semitism on TikTok, while Israel is simultaneously committing genocide against the innocent Palestinian people. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me. You're actually creating anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
But instead of stopping what you're doing to stop creating anti-Semitism, you would rather police the anti-Semitism and say, don't say that.
Because there are two groups of people that are trying to brand Israel as being representative of the Jewish religion. And those two people are Zionists, who are saying if you criticize Israel, you're criticizing Judaism, therefore it's anti-Semitic. And also Nazis, because Nazis are trying to say, look at everything that's bad that Israel is doing, because that is how Jewish people are.
True.
So the two people who are like theoretically butting heads have the same goal here.
They do.
And
it's crazy.
Fucking insane.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like, that's what I never understood about this. You have the Jewish people in Israel working with actual Nazis again.
Yep.
Again, because a lot of people don't know, but most of the descendants of Israel were from Germany. They were the German Jews that escaped the Nazis. They didn't escape the Nazis. They were kind of just like allowed to leave. And there's a whole lot of layers of the story. I'm not trying to paint them out to be like evil, but they were allowed to continue trading with the Nazis and with Germany and stuff like that, while others were just being ritualistically exterminated. So it's crazy to me that this is happening again.
Yeah,
they're working with the Nazis.
Everything that the Nazis did to the Jews, Israel is now doing to the Palestinians.
That's exactly right. It's exactly right. But
now they say they want to occupy.
Now they have United States bombs.
Yep, and they want to occupy Gaza. That's the newest thing. They're going to be going in. At least they said the decision has been made, and Israel's going to occupy Gaza because that's going to really tone things down.
Yeah, that'll make everybody just have a lot more empathy for Israel. Well, Donald Trump wants to own it. He's the one that posted the Trump Gaza video.
Yeah,
Trump did, not Netanyahu. Trump posted that Trump Gaza video. He's actually come out and said, "Yeah, I'd like to own it and run it and make it mine and paint it gold. Gold. I would like to gold." Donald Trump just reminds me of Goldmember. He's so obsessed with gold. He's so obsessed with it. All right, guys, that's all we have for tonight. Tune in tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. We're going to be talking about education. We have a new guest on, Casey, that I met on TikTok. We're going to be talking about, she has a son, I believe a son, who is autistic. So we're going to talk about her, what it's like raising a child with a disability in the United States, something that I've also experienced. Is not easy. We're also going to be talking about how RFK Jr., Donald Trump, the Esther Project, Palantir. All this is a calculated effort to monitor us in real time.
Yep.
I mean, they're suggesting putting our information into apps and even wearing wearables like watches or other fitness devices.
I don't do Apple Watches, none of that shit.
Right? It's getting out of hand. It's getting a bit much. So we'll be back on tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Hope to see you guys there. And then we doesn't look like we'll be doing any IRL streams for the rest of the month. The next big nationwide protest isn't until September 2nd, from what I've been told, which is very, very disappointing.
Yeah.
But we'll figure something out. We'll figure out something fun to do. Other than that, have a good rest of your night, everybody. We love you all, and we'll talk to you soon.